you got a good trevally. Get him into the boat. Oh, well done, mate. What a great fish, what a great catch, and how excited is the family. We've seen so many great catches like that over the last couple of weeks. Sun's out, it's stinking hot, and everyone's out there enjoying this weather. So let's go and see what everyone's been catching with the Boss Outdoor Fishing Report. There's so many great spots, just like the Pamela River mouth. The estuary fishing has been really good over the last week, so let's shoot to Jamari and see what they've been catching.
Well, thanks for that, Leaf. You're right, the estuaries have been absolutely firing. We've seen lots of different species the past couple of days. Whiting, brim, perch, flatties, jewfish, and the fishing's only going to get better with these warmer days we're having. All those species I just mentioned love the warmer weather, especially out on the shallows. They get up right into the shallows on the sand flat, just like the one behind me here, especially the whiting. So all the whiting will be down the front on the sand flat here, or up towards the boardwalk. And all those fish are getting up nice and shallow because the bait fish love that warmer water. When the sun hits it, they're all getting up there into the warm, and that's where those fish will feed. So flatties, whiting, brim, they'll all get up nice and shallow. And especially with the big tides we're having, on that high tide, it's like a 2 meter high, so all of those fish can get up right shallow. So even all the way up close to the boardwalk, you can pretty much cast off the boardwalk on high tide and be in with a shot at these fish. So it's pretty cool and very accessible at the moment.
Hey guys, here just off the boardwalk, throwing this little zip bait around just over the weed edge, and there's plenty of good flatties around. Get amongst it, guys. Bit of fun on light gear. Get out here.
So like I mentioned, with this warmer weather, one species in particular that loves it is the whiting. Especially when the wind's up. So those sun-beaten flats with a little bit of wind chop, that's when the whiting really get up and start feeding. They're looking for prawns skipping across the surface, so your top water lures work really well. The sugar pens, slippery dogs, splash prawns, that sort of thing. Fast retrieve, don't pause it at all, and they'll all race each other to try and eat it. Super exciting form of fishing, and there's plenty of whiting around. Up in the Bega River, there's been good reports of catches up there, and staff member Brenton actually also caught some just in the channel here in Merimbula today, so there's plenty of whiting around. So the Merimbula and Tathra wharves have still been fishing pretty well lately. There's still kingfish around. There's still, you know, those bigger size schools of kingfish moving south on their journey down towards Victoria. Not the numbers that we have seen in the lead up towards Christmas, but they're still there. It's pretty much just luck and chance whether you intercept one on its journey south or not. Totally random times of the day. They're not really related to the tide changes or anything, but they are still moving through, so you're still in luck. You're still in with a chance to intercept some of those fish. Live baits have been the best option. Just remember to put a float on your rig to keep your live bait up off the bottom, otherwise the stingrays will eat it, especially at Merimbula Wharf here. They're particularly bad at the moment. I say bad, we love stingrays. They're really cool to look at as well. We do have a couple pre-made Kingfish live bait float rigs that I've tied up in the shop as well, so if you need a rig, come in and grab one. Plenty of fish around. So the squid fishing lately has actually been really good. With these big tides that we've been having, squid love a high tide. So in all those little sheltered bays, you're going to be looking more on the southern side of most headlands, because in summer the most typical wind is northeast, so you're trying to get out of that. Squid don't like the wind chop that much, so all those secluded little southern facing bays will hold squid, and with these big tides they'll get right up shallow into the sort of shallower weed beds. With the clear water as well, the squidding's actually been really good, so there's plenty of squid around, and who doesn't love a fresh feed of calamari? So similar to the last few weeks, the most consistent way to get a feed of fish is still the offshore flathead fishing. I'm hearing about 35 to 40 meters is pretty consistent, but most of the bigger fish are actually closer in, around that sort of 25 to 30 meter range. Up towards Bourne Island is, what I'm gathering, the better side of the fishing. Straight out the front here still has been good, but lots of small fish in between. If you try out the front of Haycock and are not getting too many fish, move to Long Point. If Long Point doesn't do too well, Chura and then Bourne as a last resort. All those spots generally tend to hold fish, but I'm hearing Bourne's got the bigger ones at the moment. So from the game fishing side of things, everything's really just getting started for the marlin. They are already here, so the past week we've had fish being caught from out of Burmese. I haven't heard of too many out the front of Merimbula just yet, but it was only a matter of days. As soon as that water pushes down, the water on the shelf further north is loaded with bait, and there's the perfect temperature break for marlin. So as that starts to push further south, we should see a good run of fish. Still early days though, very early. The peak of the marlin bite usually kicks off in, you know, late February, so we got heaps of time for them to reach us down here. So another super accessible form of fishing off the beaches. The beaches have actually been fishing really well at the moment. There's lots of salmon moving up and down the gutters. Jura's been a good one. Down towards Pambula Rivermouth, Haycock Beach is fishing really well for salmon. The odd tailor mixed in as well. And mulloway, so up towards Tathra Beach, there's been some good captures of some mulloway in the beach and in the gutters there. So pretty special fish to catch, especially off the beach. It's so accessible and anyone can do it. Another species off the beach that's pretty prolific this time of year is sharks. Not to get you too concerned, but mainly bronzies, so they're not super harmful. Some big bronzies getting caught, Haycock Beach, up towards Bournda, and then Tathra as well, always gets the odd bronzy. So yeah, those who are into their shark fishing, now's the time of year to get into it. Well guys, it's 5 o'clock here. We've just finished filming. It's something like 28 degrees. I'm gonna get in for a quick swim just off this jetty here. If there's anything else you need to know, whether it's camping, fishing, or anything else outdoors, come in store and see the team so we can hook you up. Without further ado, I'm gonna get in because I'm pretty hot.